My name is Nadia. I am originally from Iran, but I've lived most of my life in Canada. So I'm going to be tattooing a little soft shaded butterfly that kind of looks 3D on skin. So I want to play around with the drop shadows a little bit and make it look kind of 3D. Kind of simple, realistic. It's also got that 3D look to it. So I'm putting some drop shadows right under the wings, not in a symmetrical way, to kind of make it look like the light is shining from the side a little bit. And that'll help it separate the actual butterfly from the skin. So that'll help it get like the 3D look a little bit. I like to use AI for a lot of my references and then tweak those images to what I like to do and like sort of edit them on Photoshop. The base of my reference is mostly with AI. I decided that I'm gonna go with a lower calf placement for this. I wanted to sit sort of symmetrical on the back of the leg and still be on the smaller scale. So we're gonna go a little bit lower on the calf to make it fit the skin without wrapping too much. So it sits flat and nice. I really like to focus on detail, but it's really important to have in mind the overall contrast and composition while you're focusing on detail. So detail's obviously very important to me, but I want to make sure that this piece has good contrast, that you can see it from far away and realize what it is, and not just have to like go super close to it to see what the piece is. So I think I love focusing on detail, but I think focusing on other elements such as composition and the way it sits on the body is also very important. I think for micro-realism, for every tattoo, I think contrast is the most important thing. So as long as you have your darks and you have your lights, that piece will age well, no matter how small or large it is. If the piece is smaller, then you have to have a higher contrast for it to age well over time, because over time that tattoo is aging with you, obviously. So you have to make sure that there's some skin to sort of separate the darks and lights as well. So if you do a lot of grays and your piece is tiny, then chances are over time it's not going to age that well. But I think, yeah, for like the smaller the piece, I think I like to use less gray values and focus on like a higher contrast, just to make sure that this will age well and obviously heal well.
You say you're from Canada. You grew up in Canada?
Pretty much, yeah. We moved to Canada when I was 15, so an important part of my life happened in Canada, yeah. I love Dallas. I'm excited for it to be my third home, actually. It's a big deal. I'm doing this move at an older age, which is intense, but it's definitely exciting. I like to eat and work out and think about the tattoos I'm going to be doing. I like simple, healthy foods. I like to cook like simple, healthy foods for myself. I like to meal prep and try to be healthy as much as I can.
I don't like it.
I love it. Just dedicate one whole day to cooking, prepping meals, and then like kind of eating all of them at the same time, and so it kind of defeats the purpose. When you see a lot of food in the fridge, you can't really wait. I went to OCAD University in Toronto. It's definitely one of the best schools for art. It's very hands-on. You get to learn everything, not just what you're majoring in. So I had access to a lot of different things, like the wood shop, printmaking, photo studios. So that was really interesting because before going to OCAD, I already knew how to draw and paint, but I feel like it helped me sort of learn these other mediums and play around with them while I was in school for drawing. Yeah, it opened my mind to like other mediums, which then helped me kind of realize that I could do other mediums as well and like not limit myself to drawing and painting only. And when I graduated from OCAD, a couple of my friends who graduated from the same program started tattooing, so I figured maybe I could give it a try, and I did. And it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's interesting because when I was painting for most of my life, all my paintings were always huge, very large scale. I would even do murals. But with tattoos, I feel like I really like to focus on small detail. Yeah, I just like smaller tattoos. I love doing portraits and generally organic stuff like animals, human portraits. I really like art history as well, so I try to bring that into my work as much as I can and sort of get inspired by older Renaissance paintings. Just love that stuff. One of my favorite artists is Vermeer, and I just love how his paintings are also very small. In real life, they're tiny, so you can't really tell by just looking at his paintings. But when you see his work in person and like the scale of his work is crazy, it's so small. I love Vermeer. Texas summers are hot. I was here last summer and I was like, I hope this is just like one of those bad summers. But but it's kind of scary. I guess it's kind of like our winters when we just don't stay outside. So it's kind of the same thing. I'll just try to be inside for the most part. I love poutine. Poutine, 3 words. Yummy. Unhealthy. And French. So it's basically just French fries with cheese curds and gravy on top. But then you kind of have to have it quick before the fries go soggy. You have to eat it right there and then. Like, you can't wait or eat it later. There's no way. It gets disgusting. I've been following Deanna for a very long time on Instagram, and one of my goals in life was to get a tattoo from her. I always saved the sides of my neck for Deanna because I was like, one day I'm gonna go to Texas and get tattooed by this chick who's like the best tattoo artist. And this feels like a dream to me. The fact that I'm here to work, it's like surreal almost. Yeah, it's crazy. I saw that Eden was accepting resident artists, and I was like, I'm gonna apply. And next thing you know, I have an interview and they want me. So it was like one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life. Definitely looking to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. I feel like I've been in my comfort zone for a little while now. So I feel like surrounding myself with amazing artists who do different styles is very important at this point in my career. Looking to learn different things from everyone on the team here, not just the tattoo artists. I think it's a nice environment to work in.